everyone out there, I'm Hoopsmiles, back doing another video for everyone. And in today's video, we're going to look at how to do chest hooping reversals. Now, what's so awesome about chest hooping reversals is that this trick is really for a wide range of hooping skill levels out there, from the beginner chest hooper all the way up to the most advanced and elite hoopers out there. Because when it comes down to it, you can always get faster with your chest hooping reversals, and you can also use a smaller size hoop as well. Now, before we start getting into how to do your chest hooping reversals, hoop size totally matters when performing this trick. So when I first started out in this video, you saw a little hooping rendition of me doing some chest breaks and reversals using this smaller golden hoop. Well, one of the reasons why I could do that so much quicker and faster is because this hoop is so much smaller. So the smaller hoops are going to make it easier to do those really lightning quick, fast breaks versus using a much larger size hoop. So if you use a larger size hoop, that hoop is going to spin so much slower around your body. So it feels like it takes a millennium for that hoop to come around before you can do any kind of breaks or reversals. So yes, hoop size makes a huge difference when doing this trick. So when first starting out, you might want to use a little bit larger size hoop when doing your chest hooping reversals. Now for the advanced hoopers out there, I would recommend using a smaller hoop, and really the name of the game is how small can you go. So really try to get as small as you can when doing those chest hooping reversals and as fast as you can. Also, the type of hoop that you use makes a huge difference. So if you're just going to go to the store and let's say use your regular PVC pipe for your hoop tubing, such as this hoop here, notice how I can easily just flex that tubing. That's something, especially if you're a beginner, you don't want that. You want your hoop to be very rigid when performing your breaks, because when you hit that hoop, you want that hoop to quickly bounce back in the other direction. So even using this hoop, it doesn't have as much of that bounce back. So when I hit it, it might actually bend and kind of get that flexible tubing effect, which is something you don't want. So in terms of hoop tubing that you want to use, you want to go for the more rigid tubing. So if you're going to use plastic, probably using like a polypro type of tubing is going to work better. Or there's some other materials that are non-plastic that you can use as well. But especially for the beginners out there, you want to use the more rigid tubing. Now, if you're an advanced hooper, you may actually get something out of using the very flexible PVC piping, because I believe it actually makes this trick a little bit harder. So in a way, if you're an advanced hooper and you can do your chest hooping reversals and breaks with this really sort of flexible tubing, then that's awesome. I think that may actually improve your hooping skills. Now you may be thinking, why did I just spend so much time in this video talking about hoop size and what type of hoop that you're using? Because really the size and the type of hoop that you use in some cases is more important than the actual instruction. Because if you don't have the right hoop size for this type of trick, then in some cases you might as well just go home and get the equipment you need and then come back and learn how to do this. Now there are so many different types of breaks and reversals out there, but in this video we're primarily going to look at the kind where your arms are outside of the hoop and that hoop is spinning around your chest area, and you're going to use more your bicep to reverse that hoop in the opposite direction. There are some prerequisite tricks you should know first. For instance, you should know how to hoop around your chest in both directions, along with knowing how to bring that hoop up your body to your chest, especially with your arms outside of the hoop. And another prerequisite that you should know is how to do arm reversals when that hoop is around your waist belly button area. You can get started by brushing up on your waist hooping reversals. So spinning that hoop around your waist, you can practice using your arms to reverse that hoop in the opposite direction. And once you get comfortable doing your reversals around your waist, you can practice moving that hoop up just a little bit higher each time, and then doing your reversals when the hoop is kind of spinning at those higher points. Now you're going to want to learn how to do this in both directions. So we're going to look at this trick, spinning the hoop to the right first. As you spin that hoop around your chest with both your arms outside of the hoop, each time that hoop spins around and that hoop spins behind you, there's an opportunity to bring your arm down, and you can make contact with that hoop. The hoop should almost be directly under your armpit, but not too close to your armpit. So it's kind of on the side of your chest, and you should make contact with the hoop around your bicep. So as that hoop comes around, it's going to hit right there. You're going to kind of pinch the hoop next to your body, and that should sort of cause some force to make that hoop go back in the opposite direction. And as that hoop then reverses in the opposite direction, you have to quickly bring your arm out of the way so that that hoop doesn't hit the back of your arm and just fall down. So once again, as your arms are outside the hoop and that hoop spins behind you, you're going to take your right arm and quickly bring it down, and then sort of hit that hoop in the opposite direction with your bicep, sort of pinching that hoop in between your bicep and your chest, forcing it in the opposite direction. And then when that hoop is now spinning to the left, you can do sort of the same exact thing using your left arm. So take your left arm, and then you can use your left arm to also switch that hoop in the opposite direction, and then you can keep going back and forth between arms. Also, something that's important when doing these chest hooping reversals is where you actually put your arm. I would say generally you want to kind of keep that arm around your side. You don't want to bring your arm too far back. So if I try to do a reversal way back there, that might not be as successful. Or if you, let's say, try to do your reversal with your arm too high or too far out in front of you, you may not be as successful as well. So when you do your arm reversals, really be cognizant of where your arm is hitting that hoop. And like I said, maybe try to shoot more for your side. It's okay if your arm is a little bit behind you, but really find the sweet spot to where to put your arm, where you feel most comfortable with making contact with that hoop. One way to make this trick easier is, as you're spinning that hoop around your chest and you're doing your chest hooping reversals and you're still struggling, is you can go ahead and spin in the same direction as you spin your hoop, and then try your reversals, and then spin in the opposite direction as you hit it one way, and then hit it the other way, and then spin that direction. So sometimes spinning in the same direction that your hoop is spinning can help out with spinning the hoop around your chest and also doing your chest hooping reversals. Another technique when performing this trick, like I mentioned before, practice this trick using different hoop sizes. So if you're struggling with this trick, maybe try using a bigger hoop. And if you want to maybe advance down or maybe kind of do some quicker breaks and reversals, then try using the smaller size hoop. Now, some of you out there may be thinking, what is going on here? Because I'm doing this chest hooping reversal and it feels so awkward and it looks like my arms are gonna fly off my body, and you see these other hoopers out there in these videos and they're like blah, 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 and they're doing like all this magician stuff where it looks like their arms are going everywhere and they look completely awesome doing their chest hooping reversals and breaks. Well, my recommendation to all the beginners out there is to not worry about that. Don't worry about how you look. When you first start out, it might feel a little awkward when you do these chest hooping reversals, but I would say just get comfortable with the basics and not worry about how you look. And as you get better doing your chest hooping reversals and sort of master those basic reversals, that's when you can add more of those style points. And then maybe you can even switch it up. So, throw in some different reversals in there as well. Also, the type of clothing that you wear can greatly impact this trick. So, as you probably already know, uh, if you wear like a tank top or you go shirtless or something, that hoop might have a better time um, gripping to your skin versus if you're wearing a big baggy coat or something like that. What's so awesome about doing chest hooping reversals is that there are so many different trick variations and possibilities that can come from this trick. One being you can do elbow chest reversals, reversing that hoop with your elbows. You can also do chest hooping reversals with your arms inside the hoop, bringing your hands and arms up to reverse that hoop in the opposite direction. Another trick possibility you can do is as you're reversing that hoop, you can pause the hoop and then bring it back in the other direction. You can also do your chest hooping breaks in a vertical position as well. Now, when it comes to all the chest hooping reversal possibilities out there, I recommend exploring. Make up some of your own combos, make up your own moves, do your own chest hooping break dance. Just have fun with it. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to watch more hooping tutorials, more hooping videos in the future. So thank you so much and enjoy.